Did your family see the video?
Of course. What did they? They were a little, you know what I'm saying, a little upset or whatever.
What was their response? What did they say?
Have I lost my damn mind? Pretty much.
What's your answer? I get tripped out about this.
Yes.
I always see the studs that end up pregnant. Like, what
like
the hell? How does that happen?
No sperm, no insemination, and no in vitro. This is all God. And if you believe in God and you believe in Mary and Joseph, you know that that's how Jesus was created.
So some of the people were saying like, hey, who is that guy that she's with? What the heck was going on with that? Like,
oh my God.
Because he was pretty aggressive at the end. What you say may be true. She may have messed with your baby dad or whatever.
Right.
But what she said true, that basically there was a court order and you was deemed unfit.
No, what happened is when they took her.
I see two, young to middle-aged moms that are basically not in their kids' lives every day, like how a mom should be.
Exactly.
What's you guys' response to that? What's up, YouTube? It's summertime and things are heating up in Atlanta. Make sure you go cop the merch at AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with an update. So this is a quick update. All right, normally I take at least a week or so, maybe even longer, maybe months. But this is like less than a week. Okay, so your video got a few spins, right?
Right.
A couple people watched it.
Right.
And there was a lot of feedback.
Very much so.
Okay, so what was the feedback on your end?
I mean, the feedback on my end,
So did your family see the video?
Of course. What did they? They were a little, you know what I'm saying, a little upset or whatever, but it's like, honestly, I really don't care. I mean, it's like... What was
their response? What did they say?
Have I lost my damn mind? Pretty much.
What's your answer?
I mean, no.
Okay, so...
No.
So I want to get your response because, I didn't even look at all the comments until just like earlier today.
Really?
Right? Yeah, earlier today when you had emailed me. Let me check out the comments on that video. I first of all was surprised to see they got whatever number of spins it got. I was like, okay, it got some spins. I didn't think it was gonna get that many, but it did. But then two, let's see. Let me see if I can find this. Okay, so there's a lot of people that responded. Right, one of them was a guy that says he's the father of my angel, and he's had full custody for years. JOSHMENE is clearly sick and desperate for attention. She's never been a police officer, and I've never been to Greece, and my daughter was never missing. So the whole thing about the police officer, is that true or is that not true?
Very much true.
Okay, so what?
And he knows that.
What department?
Not only that, but the Brewton Police Department.
Brewton Police Department. Okay, so that's something we can look up and check out. And then as far as Greece, he said he's never been to Greece. So is that just like fabricated, or what was the deal with that?
This man, I see, he's a sick one. This how you know your ass is sick in the head. Excuse my French. if you're upset about what a judge says, and you say, oh, well, can I rent a judge? You gotta be sick in the head, sir. Like, just stop it. Just stop it right there.
So what do you mean rent a judge?
As in, he felt like, because of the position that my family held, he felt like it was a power trip, basically. The family name and all of that, it was a power trip, basically.
Because
and then on top of that, you can look at that also. He put my mother on Facebook when he got arrested for interference of custody. You can look that up as well. He's still on there. But yes. He put her on blast as well and said if anything happened to him, you know what I'm saying, while in jail, that it was under the hand of my grandmother because of the position that my family held. So
another person
that's
another person commented, said now this person says that they're the best friend that you was talking about, right? Somebody with the last name of Betts, I guess. So the entire story is fabricated for clout and expenses. I'm the best friend she speaks of. Our daughters basically grew up together for at least 5 years until there was a court order for her kids to be with their dads because she was deemed unfit.
This is crazy work.
What's your response to that?
My thing is this. First of all, she's the same best friend that would call herself trying to go behind me with my husband, my ex-husband.
What do you mean?
We can start there.
She was trying to sleep?
On that sneaky shit. And her baby father actually put me on game about what was going on with the messaging back and forth with Snapchat and all that stuff. She's always, I ain't gonna lie, a mama knows. And my grandmother, even though I'm a little mad with her, she tried to tell me, watch out for her, that's not your friend. And so did her baby father. And it is true. My son and her daughter, my godchildren, like she's a godparent to my kids, and I'm the godparent to hers. So
y'all were really close.
Yeah.
Y'all were best friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So So I mean,
and
but
our kids, yes, and our kids, they born on the same day.
So listen, one of the things, because I've done thousands of interviews, right?
Right.
I talk to people for a living.
Right.
This is my full-time income, right?
Right.
So I'm pretty good at it. All right. Now, one of the things I know is that when someone doesn't answer the question and they divert with other stuff, because what you say may be true. She may have messed with your baby dad or whatever.
Right.
But what she said true, that basically there was a court order and you was deemed unfit.
No, what happened is when they took her, when I say they, meaning Zevis, I did. What mother's not going to lose their mind? They don't know. You didn't raise her. She was taken when she was 5. He refused to bring her back home. Me and my grandmother, and that's true. I wish my family would get on here and hop on there with that. But anyway, yes, we went through hell and back for this child. Like, he wouldn't let us talk to her. Nothing. Nothing. No communication.
I get that, but I guess
nothing.
Right off the bat,
right.
Was there a court order that made it so that you couldn't have your kids?
He took off with her.
What about the other kids, though?
When he got out of jail, my ex-husband has it. And I talk to them all the time, so.
Okay, so because basically she also said that.
Hold on, I gotta do one better.
She also basically, while you looking for that, she said that, hey, we've done everything we could for her when she was in Bruton to help her through her mental state and sexuality, just making sure she had food and shelter for her and her children before
you want to speak
they
on
were
that?
court ordered away. I hate to touch base on this, but her grandmother is the councilwoman of Bruton.
I told you.
And the grandfather was part of the military and a councilman, not the mayor.
I told you.
Right, but they're saying that you kind of...
Mayor Pro Tem.
Okay, because they're basically saying you, hey, what's up, sweetie?
Yep, Mayor Pro Tem.
They're basically saying that you put extra sauce on
No, Mayor Pro Tem.
Okay.
We can Google that as well.
So some of the people were saying like, hey, who is that guy that she's with? What the heck was going on with that? Like,
oh my God.
Because he was pretty aggressive at the end. Did you see the video?
Nuh-uh.
You didn't see it?
Nuh-uh.
Did you know that guy that she was with?
Yeah, he just rolled by. He had just rolled by. We walked up. He had just rolled by.
Yeah?
He had just rolled by.
Because he was pretty aggressive. What were your thoughts on that? What were your thoughts on that when you... did she tell you that?
Yeah, I did. Very rude.
And the thing is, they always do things when I'm not around. So it's like, this is my wife. This is nobody's property. We're not even each other's property. But the way men have their thoughts and they have things set up around here is that if a woman is about her business, they have to be on top of her being on top of her business. So they have to take credit for the things that she's doing. And
I get it.
That's what he was doing.
So, because he had said something like, and I do, by the way.
He was like, I don't know if he said he belonged to me, something like that, going back and forth. Okay, I helped him. And I had to stop. I'm trying to get him to look like, what you mean? Like,
I get it, but you still dipped off, right? And so, and I do ask for truth and transparency, right? What were y'all going to do?
We were actually looking for somebody that owed some money, basically. That's why he was like, okay, you give it up, we got stuff to do. That's why he was upset.
Because he said something about $1,100 and this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Okay, did y'all find the person?
And did it.
so didn't make any money?
It wasn't even no, like...
Because some people thought that he was a pimp and that you was like...
No. Jesus, please speak on that. Please speak on that.
No. And the thing is, if the women feel more comfortable with us or whoever's collecting, we'll go and we'll speak to them before things have to get physical. And if they don't return or they don't pay up, then then things have to be done.
So wait, say that again? I'm confused. I'm totally confused.
So for the women, because of our energy and how we speak to them, they feel more comfortable coming to us or responding to us rather than him and his aggression. So when they come to us and they actually do what's needed and what their terms of agreement are, then we get it done.
Okay, so we're talking about sex work?
It all depends on whatever they're doing.
Whatever it is. Okay, so you're saying that the women feel, and when you say us, you're talking about...
Me and my wife.
Okay. So the women feel more comfortable coming through you guys.
Yes.
And then there's some end user that's paying for whatever? Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, well, what's his role in it?
Some some money that needed to be collected. Since we touched base in Atlanta, we've been pretty much the collectors. We book the bookie. So if they don't have what they need, then we go get it.
Meaning that if the lady deals with somebody and they don't pony up, then you go figure out what's going on.
Yes.
Okay.
They say so.
So
yeah,
and I guess she's you know.
I'm the madam.
Right. Well, the madam, or are you one of the workers?
No. I'm the madam.
Okay.
And, like, I make sure everything is good. I make sure they're okay.
So are you a madam too?
I'm the
Well, I don't want to misgender. Okay, right. So okay. Because some people like this is Atlanta. Everybody's got a different like
a way of saying
rule, a boundary, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trust me. So, but okay. So, okay. So I'm gonna be honest, right? Is it safe to say that her family has some validity to the concerns that they have?
No, because when we was in Alabama, they treated us like shit, crap, and ass. And I had to come down and
I see beautiful babies. I see it.
For us, I had to make sure we was okay. Her mother, Frida, allowed us to sleep on her front porch overnight, just while she stayed in the house warm. She didn't want us in there. She wanted us to sleep on her front porch. She told me her daughter is now in my hands to take care of her. Her grandmother and everybody who has a Bruton name actually used their name to push us out of Alabama.
Okay.
They called the police and said that we was doing things.
It doesn't, like, my kid,
we wasn't doing anything.
So
when they have police stalking us, they use their stature to do things to actually manipulate and hurt her.
So I'm gonna ask a couple tough questions, okay? That's what I do, ask tough questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so right off the bat, right? Some people are gonna say, okay, well, you know, if you're positioning yourself as like the man, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Then why can't you handle whatever it is that she, like, in other words, why do you have to rely on her family to sleep on the porch or anything like that?
I brought her here and I've been taking care of her since I got her out of that hellhole of them manipulating and pulling her energy and using her kids against her, and actually her drunk, excuse my French, her alcoholic mother.
Okay.
Who also will come up to her and make sure she got something for her to drink and drink along with her, and make sure she's drunk out of her mind so that they can manipulate and abuse her, whether it's mentally, physically, or emotionally. They're doing things behind their name. And because she's their pride and fucking glory far as them feeding off of somebody or bullying somebody, because I came and I showed her that love that they never showed her, they rejected me. And then they
was it purely based on the LGBT stuff
yes,
or whatever?
And they also have LBG. Her uncle is LBGT. He's supposed to be over a church, and she's supposed to be with the auntie is messing with the uncle is messing with the auntie's brother or something like that. And then come to find out that they have LGBT people in their family, but they treat me like mess because I came and I helped her. They rather have her with a ex-husband that abuses her, an ex-boyfriend that dogs her and treats her like crap and treat them like royalty when it's not their relationship. I didn't come for them. I came for the love of my life. And that's who I'm here for, and that's who I take care of. And they hate that because I stand on it. And I went against them. I never disrespected them. Her mother said she was going to stomp my baby out of my stomach because they wanted her there. They don't even, the boys, and I'm going to be honest because my name is...
You mind being on camera?
I don't mind being on camera.
Okay, so let's get you on camera. So, first and foremost, I do want to interject real quick.
Yes.
I get tripped out about this.
Yes.
I always see the studs that end up pregnant. Like, what
like
the hell? How does that happen?
Because and you guys can also look this up. A ghost pregnancy is actually a spiritual pregnancy. And when you go to the doctors, they will tell you that the pregnancy don't exist because it's a mental and a physical thing. If you don't nurture that baby like you nurture another child, then it won't exist. And they also give you a shot that makes you miscarry. And as soon as you miscarry, they just tell you that you're bleeding off. I refused to go to a hospital because I wanted to see how far this would go. No sperm, no insemination, and no in vitro. This is all God. And if you believe in God and you believe in Mary and Joseph, you know that that's how Jesus was created. But because it's not scientifically proven or sperm, I've been to the doctor where They gave me a pregnancy test, and for 2 hours, they couldn't figure out whether I was pregnant or not. And as you can see, I have a full-term moving baby.
How many months?
And the ultrasound.
7.
Just 7 months. Okay. So now,
And listen, I went to the hospital and they tried to tell me that it was a ghost pregnancy, that I was not pregnant. So I went home, and this is what I came up with. And you can look it up. It's called a ghost pregnancy, where you think that you're pregnant, you go through the symptoms, your period stops, and everything far as breeding or creating a baby happens. But when you go, they tell you it's not there, and they shoot something into the IV that makes you miscarry. They send you home and tell you you're gonna have a couple of pains, and you bleed out as if you lose a baby, because you are.
Okay. Man, what? Look here. I got enough going on right now. All right, we'll chop it later. All right, my boy. We're gonna chop it later.
And my name is Truth, so that's all I speak.
All right, so listen. Right off the bat.
But I also have 2
trying to walk through the
kids.
interview.
I'm not saying that I didn't.
You have
go
2
through-
kids?
Yes, I've been with a man before, but if you just dominate and can't nobody demasculate you, there's no reason for you to be with a man. These men are not men nowadays. So I can do anything for myself.
How old are your kids?
I have a 10-year-old and I got a 5-year-old.
Okay. And who do they live with or whatever?
With my mom, she stole custody of them.
Okay, so I get that, right? But obviously some people are gonna listen to this, and I know, but they're gonna listen, right? And they're gonna hear, so because because like the whole thing with the stuff that you said seems like it was refuted, right? Like we could look the police officer thing up right now. So just, are you lying about that, or are you putting extra sauce on it? Like, so she was a police officer for Bruton, Alabama.
Yeah, we're not putting none of that.
Okay, because if that's the case, then that means your best friend is a liar. Okay, so we'll.
First of all, when we was down there, she'll tell you, before we came here, we had lost a classmate, and she came hugging me and was apologizing.
You say you lost what?
Our classmate.
Oh,
passed away,
okay.
Yes.
And basically, she came to my mom's house. When I say my mom, I mean my boss from this time.
Mm-hmm.
And she
It's
just
on Charity.
yeah, that's what we talk. Yeah, and
Oh,
she's the
she
one.
faking.
And she's the one. I'm sorry, but
Charity,
she's the one
you
who brought us.
faking. Charity, you faking.
She's
You
the
was
one who
just.
brought us. She's the one who
Yes.
She's the one who brought us took us to Evergreen to wait for the bus, the Greyhound,
To make sure we were straight.
Yes. West Cat. Yes. So that's
You're
what I'm
faking.
saying.
You're faking, and you were just trying to play best friend role after you actually admitted everything that she said about the husband and all of that.
At that part, she
and you
spoke on my
apologized.
husband as well, and said that he
Yes.
apologized for him, what he did. He had a hand in when that man went to that school and got my daughter.
He
He
spoke about a lot of stuff
a
and
lot.
came out because
A
she was
lot.
crying because she
Yes.
was dealing with the other friend passing.
Yes.
And I guess she
That was a
wanted to just
development.
like
That was a
come out with.
yeah, and she
Yeah, that
came
was a
out with
development.
everything. Came to her
Okay,
mom.
so I mean, I'm sure she's gonna see this
Yeah.
video and she may respond. But then also they're gonna question like this whole thing. You're talking about an immaculate conception.
Google it. You can Google everything else. You can be on the computer. You watching this phone right now, so obviously you know technology.
So you're saying that nobody had sex with you 7 or 8 or so months ago
No,
and conceived in you.
no. I know when I've had sex. My youngest is 5 years old.
Okay. So what is you guys' response, right? I got a lot of aunties and stuff that watch my channel and things like that, right? And they're gonna be looking at this and saying,
I would say.
hold on, real quick. I just want to get this out.
Yeah.
They're gonna be looking at this and saying, I see 2, young to middle-aged moms that are basically not in their kids' lives every day, like how a mom
Right.
should be.
Exactly.
What's you guys' response to that?
You have to know when to step out and when to allow your kids to be in a better place, because my mom used to literally beat my kids, my oldest son, out of my hands. And when you get tired of your baby catching your blood on his face, you know when to move around and you know when to allow him to live, and he's gonna come back. The same thing I tell her. Like, can't nobody tell nobody kids what to do when they grow up. If you know that you're a great mother, and the reason why my mom does not allow me to speak to my children, because she's seen that I was a better mother. Just because you have a child and you want to keep the baby daddy around and you don't got nobody to love you, don't mean that you put all that stress on that child. You get yourself together before you have a child. Just because you can do it don't mean you go popping babies. That's why I was chosen, because I made that decision that my kids are in a better place. They're taken care of with my mom. It hurts every day that I don't get to be with them, but I'm not dragging them around on these streets with me in order to be up under them. I'm actually getting myself together. I've signed up for apartments and everything, and I have my stuff going. People are speaking on things that they don't even understand. I have shelter over my head.
Well,
But I would say this, just to piggyback off of, like, you know what I'm saying, what she's saying, like I was going back to my angel. When she was taken, I lost my mind. That's my only daughter. You know what I'm saying? So I caught a DUI. I started drinking more and everything, and I'm gonna take accountability to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot more like domestic violence. Like, I got my butt towed up every other day
Just because.
by my ex-husband. My kids have to watch that. That's another reason Zevis, you tell if you want to talk about it, that he didn't want to quote unquote bring her back. How the heck you gonna take her? Bernard gonna tell
But
him
why
to take
say
her,
that he took her to Greece though? Why add that part of the story?
Well, actually, that came from DHR, Department of Human Resources. That's DHR. That's like
They
CPS.
told you
That's like CPS.
They told you that he was in Greece.
They said he flew out the country. When I found her, she was in Katy, Texas, and they called us, and I got on a flight, my first flight ever, scared as hell, and went and got her and brought her back. So,
and a lot of people can use like, and another.
And that's why he got arrested, like I said, for interference of custody.
Hold on. A lot of mothers, and I want y'all to look at me when I say this. A lot of people can use your kids against you. That's your strongest weakness. A lot of people will use your kids to hurt you because they can't get to you the way they want to get to you. Especially these deadbeat moms out here, but we not one of them. We made the decision that nobody else.
Well, let me ask, why not? Why are y'all not deadbeat moms?
Because we made the decision that nobody else will make. Rather than get beat, rather than get dragged by our family, my mom is in some stuff that's really high up. And rather than go through all of that, I just allowed her to do what she's going to do. Because yes, my kids are been taken care of, but I'm not in their lives as much as I want to be. She won't allow me to speak to them. My sisters used to sneak me pictures of them and everything like that. But there's no reason for me not to be, because I'm an ex-Marine, which means I actually know how to handle myself. I've had jobs. I've done this and done that. It's just everything I've done was for my kids, but I didn't get them back. And then DCFS and all of those, actually, if you don't know who the person is, they can work with them. Everybody got plugs and everything like that.
I get that, right? But I guess the whole point that a lot of us parents, what we think, right, when we see and hear this type of stuff is, hey, we had to do whatever we had to do for our kids, right? And I guess what we're seeing is this boiling down to just rebellion that just has gone too far. Being rebellious and not.
Just to be honest, I would say a little bit. It's rebellion.
It's like to the point to
feel
where
like a lot of things are being done malicious. Like, it's a malicious intent. You know what I'm saying, going on right now when it comes to on my side.
Well, what I'm saying is this like just am I looking at two young ladies that are now grown up to be full-blown women that never acquiesced to what it is that whoever the authority figure in their life was trying to get them to do. And once they became a legal adult, they just kind of did whatever they wanted to. And now we've gotten to this point.
It's the total opposite.
I wouldn't say that.
Hold on. Actually, it's the total opposite. When you're being abused in the household, mentally, physically, and emotionally, verbally, they actually turn you into a victim. So you do everything that they say do, and the next person. You don't find yourself until you find yourself. And once you find yourself, that's when you become disobedient. Disobedient child, your days may be short. And a lot of this happens in these so-called churches because they read the Bible and they think because they're the parent, you're supposed to listen to everything they do, whether it's sexual, whether it's do anything they fucking tell you to do or do something for another person. I'm your mom. But then you have to think for yourself, this ain't right. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Yeah. And that's what I stand on.
No, listen, I agree with you that because, parents are people. And so they're going to be wrong sometimes. Yeah. So oftentimes we come up, we have this culture where mama can't be wrong, that type of deal. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
And there's ego built into that as well. But there's also the reality that once you have kids, okay, let me ask you this. Before I even go there, let me ask you this, because I asked her this. I'm going to ask you, and I do ask for truth and transparency, right?
Yeah, I'm true.
So when you were younger, did anything like ever happen to you or anything like that?
Yes, I've been sexually molested since I was 3 to 4 years old when it first started. First time I was sexually molested, it was in church, and it was to please the motherfucking minister or whatever the hell, or the one that set up at the church, and my mom was just like, it was okay. A lot of these lock-ins that you have and you go to church, that's where the most happen at. And then all they say is that you giving your energy to God and that you doing what you're supposed to do. But the thing is, they went through that. I don't fault my mom, because once you get stuck in a cycle and you can't break out of that, you get stuck in that. And everybody, as far as our parents, if you 30 and up, your parents, their parents were slaves. Their parents were slaves. Then those parents broke off a slave, so that's hurt people.
Well, I mean, it wasn't slaves, but it was a different
not
society.
Slaves to societies. That's
right,
what I'm saying.
Right.
They hurt people.
I get that. I guess, okay, so and did it go on past 4 or? Okay, so it went on like till what age would you say?
I would say about, I learned to manipulate and to use it for my best benefit, because I learned at a young age what sex can do and how far it can get you.
Okay, so what type of stuff was you doing? What you learned or whatever?
I mean, well, you know the little games that your uncle will play with you, find a snake or touch this, or let's play a game. And
I mean, what would be the benefit that you would get for it?
They'll throw you a couple of dollars or
some money,
to the candy
basically.
store.
Okay, got you. Okay, so that type of stuff was going on. Do you think that kind of turned you away from men or whatever?
No.
Like, okay.
Men turned me away from men.
Right, because you had 2 kids. Was it one guy or 2 different guys?
It was 2 different guys. My oldest son father is my mom's wife nephew.
Mom's wife. Okay, so mom does the LGBT.
Yeah,
okay. Mom's wife nephew. Okay. And how old are you, by the way?
I'm 31.
Okay. Mom's wife nephew. And then what about the other one?
Well, my youngest son father was my best friend. He was more so like he came and showed me that.
Was it sneak digging? Was you like a full stud at that point?
No. See, the thing is, I
know about the sneak digging.
My name is Truth for a reason.
Okay. What's the truth?
Listen, I can give you the pussy and pat you on the head and walk away. It's the emotion and the love that they wanted, and I couldn't give them. Okay. I had to go into church. Being in church, I made an agreement with God. I said, for every man that I'm with, little boy or boyfriend, I get 5 girlfriends. And that's what kept me satisfied. I was trying to make everybody happy. So when it came down to it, and when it came down to it,
you got some experience, basically.
Hey, I'm gonna do right by God, and I'm gonna keep it. But
is one of those a contact?
My ass changed colors.
So that's natural?
Yeah.
Can you open it real quick? Like, let me see that. Wow. I bet you get a lot of people that are mesmerized by your eyes or whatever.
A liar cannot tell you in my sight. If you can't look me in the eye, you can't talk to me. So my thing is.
So do you like dick? Tell the truth. You said your name is Truth.
I miss my dick from my past life.
Okay. I just wanted to see what you gonna answer.
You ain't get what I said.
That dick got a smiling now. Look, she's smiling now.
You gotta catch it. I said I miss my dick from my past life when I was a man. The last dude messed with me.
I just like to have fun.
I do too. The last dude messed with me was standing in the corner.
What's going on, man?
With my drawers on his head. With my drawers on his head, his drawers on his ass looking for his keys, and I ain't even busting nothing. So I ain't playing with these fellas. And I hate hurting people. So these boys will fall in love, these men will fall in love, and they'll be like, you everything. You a buddy, you a friend, you got it, but I'm like, I can't love you.
Drewski! Where you at, Drewski?
I'll run your pockets and run you away.
Drewski, we got one for you, my boy.
Drewski, don't play with me.
Oh God, Drewski loves stuff.
I would have you giving me all it could have been. It would have been.
It would have been.
Should have been yours, but it's true. You ain't gonna need hide nothing. You gonna give me the whole company, the business, and all of that.
Okay, so listen. We've gone on almost 30 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap it up. But because this is a lot, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, listen, I like to give people opportunity to express themselves, and I do. But between you saying that there's an immaculate conception right here,
look it up.
So you having baby Jesus?
Yes, I am.
She having baby Jesus.
This motherfucker move like baby Jesus too.
Okay, so you having baby Jesus, and you're saying that you worked for the police department. They told you that your daughter went to Greece, and all this other stuff or whatnot. You're saying that for the most part, it's just lightly.
I'm gonna tell you something. You know how politicians are when it comes to that. Everybody, you got to protect your image. Okay, you don't want to tell the truth. You want secrets not come the fuck out. let's just keep that G.
So do you have
You
any
don't wanna-
message for
you
your
don't- you don't-
family? Because they watched the last one. They're probably going to watch this one.
Hey, I mean, still love
Get
y'all.
shit together.
Real quick, but before we end, all right? I will say this, okay? And maybe come in the shot real
I
quick.
love her and I'm not going nowhere. She's in great hands and God said.
So listen, I'm going to ask this real quick, though. And this is a real question, right?
Yeah.
So, and I know that you may talk to your kids or whatever, but kids are kids. They don't have the perspective that adults have, right?
These kids do.
I don't know, 'cause my daughter, I ain't gonna lie, like, she thinks she my mama.
This generation.
Well, listen to what I'm telling you. That's all. It's all good and cute to say, but they're still kids, right?
Yeah, that's still good.
So, if they come to you later on in life
Right.
and they ask, "Why wasn't you there during that time period?"
Well,
What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say like this because I went through that with Freedom. I told you that in the last interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a lot of questions for her why I lived with my grandparents instead of her, and so I'm prepared for that. Honestly, it's like it's a lot. I had a lot of growing up to do. I was put in situations and that I ain't had no business doing. Like I said, I take accountability for what happened. I mean, you live, you learn. You know, you learn from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, how can I put this? I know my mama did wrong. You know what I'm saying? When she was on drugs and everything, but I was her motivation. You know what I'm saying? Her motivation and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Is there any drug use going on here? So, like, besides weed and alcohol,
No.
any harder drugs, anything like that? No. Okay. Okay. All
As
right.
far as me, my mom.
And that's a difference out here, though. Like, down here, that's another reason why they look at us different since we've been here. Because we're not out here selling, we're not, you know, hoes, or not, yeah, we're not anything like that. We don't do drugs. All I do is drink.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, it's nothing extra like that. No.
Okay.
As far as my mom, I actually was spent like once I had my child, I thought I was doing in the best interest of him because she told me, she hid me in the basement for 2 years and told me that if DCFS seen me or the caseworker that they would snatch him instantly from the home. So she made me
Why?
act as if, because she wanted to be the mother. She couldn't have kids.
Well, no,
anymore.
but why would they snatch?
I didn't know.
If you did, you have like a record or something like
No,
that, or
nothing at all.
were you ordered to not be around kids or anything like
That's
that?
what she said. That's what she told me, and it was she had told me that if DCFS, because she always fought me. She beat me. We got into it a lot of calling the police.
Your name is Truth, right?
Yes.
So break this down for us, because it's not making sense right
so
now.
My mom was abusive, and like I said, she used to beat my oldest son out of my hands. So the police was called a lot. So that's building the record or whatever, and she kept on telling me that I was a bad parent, and that one day that
What would the police get called for?
us fighting, me fighting. She'll say I'm putting my hands on her when I'm just trying to get out the house and get my child. But I'll be the one that's bloody and everything like that. But because she was the mother and it was her house, she'll kick me out and constantly just build a record with calling the police.
Okay, so it got ordered that you was like not supposed to be around.
That's what I thought it was. But recently, I finally had someone to help me because I didn't know a lot about courts and stuff or DCFS. I looked into it and didn't have a case at all. So I did everything that I was supposed to do as far as calling the police, having them escort me to get my children, and I got my kids for 3 days. And this is gonna answer your question. My oldest son jumped into my arms as if he seen a ghost. And he told me he never gave up on me. He always knew that I loved him. And he told his little brother the same. So they was actually happy to be with me. My oldest son told me that my mom told him I was dead. So when he jumped into my arms, he thought I was a ghost. And by him constantly asking, where am I, can he see me? He has a YouTube, and that's the only way I get to see him on YouTube. So she cut him off of YouTube once she seen that I have a big fan base. Truth on Bigo and the Truth on TikTok. I've been a motivational speaker and everything like that. So I use my fan base to build him up. And she actually cut it off and stopped his YouTube because that was how we was connecting. And he started asking questions. And because he was asking her questions, she got mad at him. And she disciplined him. And my mom is military as well.
Are you from Alabama as well?
No, I'm from Chicago.
Chicago? Okay,
Yes.
shout out to the shot, man.
No,
Yeah, shout out to
I brought her from there when I was in Alabama.
I was
in a
in
tire
Cleveland.
shop. Yeah, she was in Cleveland. So basically, I brought her down and helped me.
Did y'all meet on Big O?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big O. Shout out to
Big O.
Shamar and
You already-
everybody else
know
that been on my
the
channel
truth.
from Big
Everybody know the
O.
truth. I've
Alright.
helped so many people. I've spoken to a lot of people, helped them change their lives. I'm just out here to help. I don't like hurt people, and I'm healed, so I'm trying to help. So
All right, we gonna continue this. We
Yeah.
gonna continue this. Listen, we appreciate y'all. Same information as last time as far as Cash App and all that stuff.
Yes, hashtag, hashtag, I'm sorry, J Barton 7915.
Yep.
Mine's Big Potato 4 times. That's Big Potato 4X.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, like I say, we really appreciate y'all. Definitely wishing them but the best, all right? Y'all make sure y'all have a good one. All right.